Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Formula Vee, this time at Summit Point for the full layout. If you are new to the channel, what we do is we do a hot lap, a breakdown lap, and back in the cockpit a final time with the driving line on. Any questions or comments, let me know, and yeah, here's the lap. Okay, let's start the hot lap. Stick some telemetry on for you. Right, coming down the left-hand side. Looking for halfway between the 2 and 1 car. I'm going to brake really hard, up to about 90%. Trail it off. Kiss the apex down into third really late as you come back on the gas. We're now going to keep all the way through the throttle up to turn 5. So over to the right-hand side. Start our turn in at the grass. Kiss the inside. Exit wide. Don't go in the sand. I'm going to go as straight as possible. We're just going to miss this first bit of grass and then we'll miss the second bit of grass. Start our turn in. Look for the markings on the road there. And again, we're just trailing it off. Using the inside curb. On the gas. Light touch of the brakes here. Back on the gas really, really early. You see the car did just kick out a little bit. Just be aware of that. And we're just holding flat all the way through here. Up to 4th gear. Using the camber on the inside. Now, I actually had a tailwind coming up to turn 10, so I did just do a little lift here. If you're going into a headwind, then you'd just be flat. Tiny little lift, back on the gas, exit nice and wide, no X there. And over and across the line in a, what was it? A 1:25.776. Right, very slightly more detailed lap coming up now. Beautiful sky. Right, so we're looking for just between the 2 and the 1 cone, and as we get there, we're going to get on the gas, and as you see, fully off the throttle, up to about 90%. We start trailing it off. I put a tiny bit of maintenance throttle on, just force of habit. Drop it down to 3rd gear at the apex, and immediately we're up at 100%. So as I drop it down into 3rd, straight on the throttle, because we're holding it flat now through. This was turn 2, as you can see by the map. Up to 4th gear, over to the right hand side, and once we get to this grass bit here, we're going to start our turn in. Kiss the inside. Exit wide, but we're not going on the sand. As I say, we're just going to miss these 2 pieces of grass on the left hand side. We're up close to them. And the same with this one. I do actually miss the apex here by a couple of inches. And then the next braking marker is the end of these muddy tracks on the track. So braking again up to about 90%. We're going to trail it off, put maintenance throttle on, as you can see there, just to keep the rear engaged. Drop it down into 3rd gear, and I'm using that inside curbing to get through. Once we get to this next bit of muddy tracks, we're just going to dab the brakes very lightly, only up to about 13%, not to slow the car, but simply to put the weight forward over the front wheel so that we can get the turn. And then we get on the gas really nice and early here. And as you see just there, I just had to do a little correction because it is quite slippy as you transition. It's the lateral forces coming across in the car. We're flat through these, just kissing this inside curb. Up to 4th, kissing that curb. A lot of kissing. And as I say, because I had the wind coming in from behind, I just did a tiny weeny little lift here. But we're wanting to just kiss this inside curb. Exit nice and wide. As long as you're not in the sand, you're fine. And there we have it. We now have the driving line version coming up for you people that use it.